going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys know, it's been a little quiet on Twitter recently, but obviously, I think there's reasons for the developers being a little bit more silent because they are probably hard at work trying to get things straight for the future netcode updates that are going to be coming very shortly. But Mark Rubin has come out and given us some more details on future updates that we're going to be seeing within XDefiant. And I got to be honest with you guys, there are some really juicy details that he put out here for us, and a lot of things I think people are going to be excited about. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and dive deep, if you guys are interested in more content just like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern time, mostly XDefiant, but obviously when Black Ops 6 comes out, we are going to be posting about that game as well, following updates, keeping you up to date on how Treyarch is doing, so on and so forth. So, of course, subscribe and hit that bell. And last but not least, if you guys are interested in any of my live streams, I will be live today over on Twitch at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So if you guys are interested in checking out the live stream or even hopping into the open lobbies that we host, by all means, you guys can find a link to that channel down in the description of this video. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, Blame Truth put out a little tweet earlier talking about the audio in the game being, pretty off. And Mark Rubin went ahead and responded saying, "We are tracking some bugs with audio that should get fixed for 2.3. Don't worry, the current sound levels are not intentional." A little bit of a bummer, I'll be honest, 2.3. I was really hoping for 2.2 to see some adjustments. We don't know, maybe there will be some tiny adjustments, but the overall fix for where they want it to really be is going to be for 2.3. So again, I know this is a big problem in the community right now, and I just want to fill you guys in on a little bit of a timeline on when to expect it to finally be resolved. Again, in my opinion, I think they did this for the bomb mode to make sure everybody wasn't just sitting there sound whoring the whole time, and people actually moved around, rotated, and played the game. But it severely affected everything else, right? It works great in bomb, but when you go to TDM, domination, occupy, the flow, I should say, that we used to have is a little shifted now because, like Blame Truth said, everybody's pretty much rocking dead silence. Also under that post, Blame Truth got into it with another person about the balancing in this game, which again, in my personal opinion, I think the balancing is really solid when it comes to the fully automatic weapons. They have done a phenomenal job, but this individual has a completely different mindset and has a little something to say, which Mark Rubin actually went ahead and responded to. But, this individual said, "Nah, what they've done is made garbage balance choices for snipers based on complaints, rather than actually balancing them, and have since resulted in bad game design that they need to now revert after already overhauling sniper flinch entirely already. Need to put more thought, more data, and actually make balancing decisions around fairness, rather than listening to people that complain. We shouldn't be in this position where they're now going back on decisions they made 4 times already, because none of them were right." And Mark said, "What makes you think we don't look at data? We have loads of data. Balancing means looking at data, making adjustments, and then looking at data again and making more adjustments. Also, data isn't the end-all be-all of tuning. There are other factors, but let's talk about where snipers are at. They're easy to use and relatively fast to fire, which is important on small arena maps. If they were too slow, they wouldn't be fun or viable. Now, as a player getting hit by one, you feel there was nothing I could do, especially if you start firing at them first and they just turn and one-shot you. With flinch, if I fire against a sniper first, then I have a chance, and the flinch then creates a 'there was nothing I could do' moment as well. So now both snipers and sniper victims have a chance to feel the nothing I could do moment. Now I know it's not a great feeling for either side, but if you want one-shot kill weapons in a game with a higher time to kill, then that is the trade-off. Anyway, that is our current take on snipers. I don't think there is only one right answer, and I'm happy to hear other takes, but for now, that's where we are." And I'm glad Mark Rubin put this tweet out here because people really don't understand the balancing of these weapons, and people want sniper rifles to be like overpowered shotguns, up close and personal demon machines, when in reality, there is a balancing act that must be done here. There must be a certain amount of flinch, something that can give an advantage to someone who's using a fully auto weapon, but at the same time, a fully auto weapon shouldn't be able to mop, a sniper rifle at all different ranges. But again, over half of these people who really enjoy this type of, gameplay, they want the snipers to have absolutely no counters. They want to be able to beam people at like point blank range all the time. That's what I get out of it the majority of the time here. But a little bit more further information into, more balancing fixes that we're going to see to the sniper rifles on top of what they currently already did. Husical says, "Like I said above, my only problem is getting hit by an SMG in across the planet range and still looking at the stars. Outside of that, I feel they are balanced fairly. And Mark Rubin went ahead and responded saying that issue is getting resolved. We are adding in distance as a metric for how much you get flinched. Now, this right here is absolutely huge because, again, it's going to be dependent on how far away you are from the sniper rifle. So if you are point blank range, you might be able to pull off something a little bit better, but if you're completely across, the map, like on Mayday, one point to the other, and you're beaming them, they will still be able to try to have a slight bit of advantage. You're still going to want to close the gap on the sniper rifle to, get just a better moment for yourself. So this is huge, and I'm curious if it's actually going to be weapon dependent, caliber dependent, Maybe at long range, if you're using an LMG, it will still do a decent amount of flinch to a sniper rifle, because technically LMGs are made for, those beefy, lane holding engagements, and, I personally think an LMG bullet will destroy, if it hits you, man, you're going to get absolutely destroyed. So I think, an LMG should be insane at long range, but compare that to like a pistol, an M9 pistol, or, a Vector, you know what I'm saying, and you're beaming them across the map, and, shooting peas. I personally believe that it shouldn't do as much damage as a heavier gun. Well, not as much damage, but it shouldn't do as much flinch. So I hope that they have it weapon dependent here. But let's move on to the next fix that we're going to be seeing. This is actually from Aches responding to a post here saying, I have the 23 out of 23 requirements done for the new pyroclastic camo, and it's still locked. Do I need to wait for some sort of patch? Anyone else experiencing this? And Aches said, yeah, we will have a fix soon to make sure it unlocks. Hopefully this comes in 2.2. This should not come any later than 2.2. Please. This is a big one because I already know a lot of people, literally have finished the requirements to getting the new camo. They have unlocked the new camo. I mentioned this in a previous video before, but if you don't use any other weapons besides the weapons that are from Season 1 or Season 2, you can't put the camo on the gun. Literally, that's it. You can only put the camo on Season 1, DLC weapons or Season 2 DLC weapons. That is literally it. So hopefully this fix comes in, obviously 2.2, so people can actually use the camos that they grinded hard for. Another response here from Aches, which I'm really happy about, to a bug that a lot of you guys probably already know for the Spaz shotgun. If you consistently die or, I don't know, get a lot of kills, I don't know what it is, but over the course of, time in the match, your Spaz shotgun is going to have absurd recoil. I mean, it's going to snap you to the left. It's going to make you do 180s. Like, I'm not lying. It is insane. Now, there is a fix to this that if you, shoot your pistol, you pull out your sidearm and you shoot it, it resolves itself for a little bit, but then it starts from, 0 and starts building its way up again, and then you have insane recoil again. It makes the Spaz shotgun really obnoxious to use sometimes, but it's good to see that this has a nice juicy fix incoming. And then last but not least, this is what I'm really excited about as a mouse and keyboard player. Sorry to all the console guys. This one isn't really for you right now, but this one I'm happy about. Mr. Hershey says, mouse and keyboard input is severely unoptimized and needs work. Aiming does not feel very intuitive, and all the effects, i.e. visual recoil, camera shake, etc., give even more of an advantage to the input that has aim assist. These issues make gunfights feel extremely inconsistent on this input. Now, again, I kind of notice what this person is talking about. I don't think it's that bad. I think that the mouse and keyboard feels pretty dang good in my opinion, but Ake still responded saying next 2 updates should feel much better. Let's check back in then. So I'm really pumped. I don't know exactly what they're going to be doing here. Maybe he's talking about the kill trading, and maybe that's going to, be what makes it feel better, but, directly responding to a post about the mouse and keyboard input, to me personally, makes it seem like it's going to be some changes that are going to improve how the mouse feels within this game in the next 2 updates. So, regardless, I am really excited to find out what they have for us. But ladies and gentlemen, those are all the updates I found on Twitter from Mark Rubin and Aches. Again, it's good to see everybody chatting it up a little bit more. I know everybody's hard at work trying to make sure Season 2 absolutely pops because we're in a good spot. I see a lot of people coming back in. I'm starting to see a lot of Battle Pass skins, meaning people are coughing up some more money, which is great to see. It's nice. All they got to do is really polish off this netcode, fix the trading, make it so the packets are resent a little bit quicker. Perfect. I'm so beyond excited to see what the developers are doing here, and I'm glad that they're still setting some time aside to discuss things with the overall community. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, go down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about all this overall information. Are you excited about future updates? Do you not really care about X-Defiant? Let me know down below. But as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell, guys. We are on the grind to 50,000 1,000 subscribers. We are creeping closer and closer every single day, so don't forget, hit that bell notification button so you can be notified on every video that goes live here at 8 in the morning Eastern Time. And last but not least, I do stream pretty much daily, which I will be live today at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So, of course, if you guys are interested, I got a link to my Twitch channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you all next one. Peace out.